This is a Sonic the Hedgehog from Sega Genesis.
Mega Drive from Sega. Give me a hell yeah! Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest.
So sorry I died. Hey, Parvination! Welcome to the Gaming Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, America's #1 online video game personality, Ben the Parvinator Parvin, here at your service. Welcome, happy Thursday. Hey, Renee, welcome. Welcome to you, welcome to everybody. How you guys doing? Hope your week's been good. Kind of hard to believe it's already Thursday. What the hell? I mean, it's like, it's been both the longest week and it's felt like I've had no time. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Hey, I'm running late. Nothing's changed. But, you know, you can't rush the healing process. We are here once again, gathered together to, well, try to heal the wounds of the console wars. Whether you experienced the 16-bit wars for yourself, I was pretty young at that time, but I felt it to an extent. Would again feel the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation, those wars. I felt those more acutely. But as a kid, I always wanted to play a Genesis. The whole reason behind this series is that I couldn't get my hands on a Genesis that often, and now look at me. It only took, you know, like 30 years or something, but I finally got one. And we are gonna work through Sonic 2. I'd show you guys the cart, but it's on the screen right now. I took a picture of it, and that's the actual one we're gonna play. So yeah, we're going to get into that in a little bit. I thought before we jump in, though, we would take a look at the instruction booklet. I'm really excited for this game, though, because I've played a little bit more. I've played a little bit more of Sonic 1 at this point than quite a bit more of 1 than I have 2. And I've never, like, I got a couple of times to sit down on it as a kid, but, like, I remember one time a babysitter had this game, and I played it, but, like, I've never made it past the first couple zones, or really, like, had really an opportunity to sit down and play it for a long time like that, so I'm stoked for that. That's gonna be fun. A lot of the zones I've never seen before, other than, like, in, you know, footage, you know, some of the commercials, or, you know, something I've seen online. But yeah, I've never, like, watched anybody do a playthrough either, so there's still a lot of surprises. Totally, absolutely, Renee. Yeah, those Sonic and Genesis folks in general, they're a different breed, absolutely. That's been a theory of ours around here. Nintendo nerds, like what I was raised up as. And then the Sega sickos. And this is all love. And a lot of jealousy when I say Sega sicko, but again, the kids with the Sega. Not always. But if you had to boil it down to one terrible stereotype, the kids with the Sega, there was a chance, if you were a Sega kid, that there was also, like, an air of danger to you, you know? You were like the kid in the neighborhood that was, like, you know, carrying a pocket knife and showing it off, like, you know. You were the pyro of the group, maybe. You could set, you know, you just love to set a good fire. Yeah. Maybe you made a potato gun at some point, even. Yeah, I mean, you know, who knows? It could have gone anyway. But Genesis folks, they definitely are a different breed. I've come to really respect it, so. All right, well, without further ado, guys, let's hop into the... we're going to take a look at the instruction manual and just do a quick peep at some box art. Hey, welcome, friendly. No, so I'm doing splitting my time between these two games, Earthbound and well, something on Genesis. Today it's going to be Sonic 2, a big something. Yeah, I'll be back on Earthbound on Monday. Yeah, currently doing Earthbound like a Monday, Tuesday, and this one Thursday, Friday. Genesis stuff. Yeah, thank you for asking, and welcome back. All right, let's take a look at some of the Sonic 2 box art. It's pretty sweet. Bow your heads, please. Oh yeah, and sunglasses have been a bit of a fixture lately. I almost didn't wear them today, but once you start wearing sunglasses on camera, believe it or not, it's difficult to break that trend. All right, welcome, guys. Hey, so I want to do a deep dive into this game, but there's already a lot of awesome documentaries that can give it a much more reverent and respectful and factual breakdown of this game and its history and the lore behind it. But I did think tomorrow we'd focus on, we'd talk a little bit of some of that stuff, how the game came to be. That's another fascinating story, again, between, you know, sort of Japanese game design and American game design coming together via this, again, the Sonic team, right? I think I've even got yeah. There it is, yeah. The Sonic team, this kind of interesting fusion of this office that Sega opened up in California that I think was SCEI, right? Or Sega, I don't know, I can't remember, but they had a branch that they opened up in the US, and part of that was because at the time there was that thought in Sega, I think coming from Tom Kalinske, maybe, who you know, there was that feeling that there are times when gamers in the West don't always connect to certain aspects of Japanese games made by Japanese folks, often for Japanese folks, or with a sensibility, like a Japanese cultural sensibility and jokes that would hit for that audience, etc. Right? A whole new set of references and stuff. And some of that doesn't always transfer over. And Sonic, the first one, and then into Sonic 2 as well, was this interesting fusion of them trying to blend kind of Eastern and Western game development principles and styles and what might play for an audience in hopes that they could have something that would be a really big hit in the West. And of course it was, and was probably the biggest hit that Sega was having also in Japan, you know, which they've always struggled a bit at home with their consoles. And, in fact, that was a point of contention that they started doing better in North America than they did and elsewhere than they did back home in Japan. Yeah, what's up, Nick? Welcome, buddy. Oh yeah, I bet we got a bunch of Earthbound left. Yeah. Yeah. We're only halfway according to like the, you know, key items, so we got a ways. All right, guys. We'll just take a look. What, Tater, what's up, man? Bongarino, welcome. Welcome. How are ya? What's new with you, Tater? Let's take a look at some pretty box art. If you guys like pretty box art, let's see what we got. Thank you, man. Yeah, it's dizzying. I'm excited for these bonus stages. That's in case anybody that didn't know. Yeah, that's what we got back there, the Sonic 2 bonus stage. I found this really interesting post where folks were taking the original the original animation and then trying to find ways to smooth that out, get a smooth frame and stuff. And I think even some of the later renditions of the game would do that. But hey, this is fun too, but I also like the slower version. I'll take the OG as well. Oh, guys, here it is. Here's our Sonic 2 cart for Japan. Now, unlike the previous game, there wasn't a huge gap between the release of the Japanese version and then what would come to North America. In fact, there's a great documentary about this called Sonic Tuesday. I'll after this, I'll get a, I meant to put it in the description before, but check this one out. This is by GTV Japan. All the documentaries that he has on the Sonic releases are just killer. And highly going to recommend it. It's a fun one. They tried to do a worldwide release of Sonic 2. And for the most part, they did. Although it came out in Japan a couple days before. They cheated a bit because they wanted to catch a Japanese holiday that they could, like a long weekend that they could sell it on. So, yeah. Francisco, welcome. How you doing? Welcome. So, so here's our cart art for Sonic 2 for the Japanese version. Where's the box art? Also, I love the styling that they do in Japan for this. Marty, I usually don't mind answering, but I'm just trying to make sure you're not like trying to answer some security questions or something right now. No, I don't mean that to be rude, but I feel like I had another question like that somewhat recently, so I only say that out of an abundance of caution. I'll withhold that info for now, but here you have Sonic 2, the box art for the Japanese version. Again, looking a lot like the cart. It looks good. I love for some folks, this is too much. It's a little maximalist sometimes, right? I got a teaching degree, Marty. Yeah. And it was worthless I got a few years out of it, and that was about it. And then I realized quickly that was not for me. But yeah, we've got the squiggles. You've got the cart had even more of this. Get us the cart one more time. So it's funny because the Sonic 1 actually went even harder with the different patterns and stuff, but you'll see some of the stuff for the Japanese release and some of the hype behind it really leaned into this style. And we learned about this recently, this style when we talked about this game called The Humans. They got a port to the Genesis. We were covering the anniversary of that. And it was a specific type of style that was popular in the 80s and into the 90s that was, I mean, like one of the biggest examples would be Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and like all the bumps and the like intro to title theme and stuff. You know, Squigglies, Saved by the Bell, MTV did a lot of this stuff. You know, it was very common to see like just all the squigglies and different colors and patterns, checkers, you know, fun stuff. I love it. I dig it. It's very cool. Very cool style. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Marty. Try to spin that skill set some way, you know? All right. Let's take a look at the... where is the North American one? Here it is. Here's ours. It does, Nick. Yeah. That's funny. Memphis. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Pal Puck. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Yes. Yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that was it. It was by the Memphis group. Yeah, exactly. Memphis Milano. As soon as I saw Memphis there, I was like, yeah. Yeah, let's get a quick some furniture here. Thank you for the giving me the name there. I appreciate that. The bailout. Look at this. Marty. May I have your first pet's name? Okay, so this is a style of like some Memphis group styling furniture here. Pretty sweet. This music is wild. Iconic box art for the North American version, and I saw a poster when I was looking up, you know, images for this stream that I haven't seen the Sonic movies, but I guess for Sonic 2 at one point some of the promo stuff they did had Jim Carrey kind of pushing down a number 2 like this as well. I love that. Robotnik with the like solid black eyes too. I had forgotten that until I, you know, saw the image again recently. Here's the cart we're going to be playing. This is the actual one. My phone now, I upgraded a phone recently, and this one takes a lot better photos, honestly. Yeah. Let's see the teeth. As a person who likes to clench, well, I don't like to clench my jaw, but I'm let's come back to the eBay one there. I'm often doing that. Let's see that again. Oh yeah, he's got the teeth set. Just really, you can imagine that probably a half second after this picture was taken, that number 2 crumbled, right? It just into a great amount of dust and seething. Oh yeah, totally, absolutely. Tater, I was catching up and I was seeing you said, not too bad, just gaming and resting. Nice, man. Sorry I missed that earlier. Yeah, get some rest. It's been a long week for a lot of people. All right, guys, just a couple more box art examples for you, and then we're gonna take a look at the instruction booklet. Where are we? Oh yeah, EU. This is I have to say, the region that I know the least about when it comes to box art, and sometimes there's some big hits, and then there's just, if anything, there's some interesting decisions being made with typically some other framing. A lot of the Nintendo 64 ones, it's like they took the box art from the West sometimes, and then often it's like they put that in its own frame, and then they had to write some more shit on the side, you know, like some localized stuff, or they just went a little bit, you know, added like extra information. Like this one doesn't talk about it being a 16-bit cartridge, you know, the North American version and stuff, but yeah, 16-bit cartridge for use with the Sega Mega Drive video entertainment system. I do love the Mega Drive logo, though. It's pretty sweet. That one's not. I mean, I like the I like that they added this checkerboard thing around it. It's interesting. Pretty sweet. Not bad. Oh, actually, that was from the last one. That was left over from last time. Yeah, that was this was Naoto Oshima, whose design work at Sega won that contest, and he designed, I guess, did the initial designs of Sonic. And yeah, Sonic's, or rather Sega's like in-house, you know, competition to get a mascot to rival Mario. Now, I'm a big Nintendo head. That is well known. I'm a Nintendo nerd, some would say. But tomorrow we're going to talk a little bit about the release of Sonic 2 and how it was essentially it's very much an escalation in the console wars. Some might say Sega dropped a nuke on the world. And just give me a little more time on that one. I'm hoping I can wrap it up for us. Have it ready for you tomorrow, and we can take a look at a little bit of like the lore behind it, some of the I don't know. Let's get into some of the history, but yeah, come on. Again, go watch that GTV documentary. It's really good. All right, you want to see the instruction booklet? Let's take a look. Here it is. You know, having listened to the Sonic 1 soundtrack a lot, this Sonic 2 has some highlights for me, but on the balance, I think I'm preferring Sonic 1. All right, here we are. North American Sonic 2 the Hedgehog. Sonic 2 the Hedgehog. Instruction manual. I wonder, I guess they would keep the Hedgehog in through 3. At what point are we dropping the Hedgehog? Ever? One sad thing is that so far the couple of Genesis instruction manuals I've looked at were black and white. I don't know that that's a rule or anything, but... Alright guys, start up, or rather... set up your Genesis system. We're going to read every word of this out of respect. Okay. Set up your Genesis system. Plug in control pads 1 and 2. If there's only one player, you only need control pad 1. If you only have one control pad, go bug your legal guardian for one right now. Anyway. All right, so right next to the starting up. Oh, Sonic and they did. I guess by the time you get to Sonic and Knuckles, it's a mainline one, not calling itself the Hedgehog. Find the Chaos Emeralds. All right, right off the bat, they're going to tell us about Tails. Miles Tails Prower, the fox, can't sit still when Sonic's around. Now, nobody needs to raise their hand here because I was far too late in discovering this information for myself. I think, yeah. But there is a great pun in that name, Miles Tails Prower. And it's easy to miss because he's got his nickname Tails in the middle of it. But get rid of Tails and you've got miles per hour. I gotta spell it out. And again, no one needs to raise their hand if they hadn't caught that pun before, but I will admit it took me far too long to catch that one. Ever since Miles was a baby fox, he's dreamed of being like Sonic. He loves to run after Sonic, waving his 2 tails behind him, trying to keep up with his hero. Nice use of just the numeral 2 there, rather than writing it in. Sonic's kind of finger wagging in the first one. He's piecing it in the second. They even get him throwing up the 3. He loves to run after Sonic, waving his 2 tails behind him, trying to keep up with his hero. Mostly, Sonic lets him trail along, but sometimes, just to show off, Sonic explodes in a burst of super speed and leaves him behind. But Miles doesn't give up. It's inspiring. He whirls his tail like a helicopter rotor and takes off flying until he catches up. All the animals call Miles by his nickname Tails because of his 2 special tails. And one day they saw an astonishing feat. I was like, we already established the 2 special tails, but not that that's why they call him, I guess. All right. They were all together in the forest watching Sonic perform. Sonic, I was going to say, what is he performing? And then we get the answer. Sonic would run, spin, and jump in his super spin attack. He's just putting on a show in the middle of the forest. Just out there ripping it up, you know? It's inspiring, honestly. They were all together in the forest watching Sonic perform. Sonic would run, spin, and jump in his super spin attack. Then Tails would whirl like a turbo engine and blast off in his super dash attack. What a show-off! Suddenly, Tails just couldn't help himself. He took a running start, curled up his tail, and whoosh, he was running like Sonic. Just like that, huh? Oh god, I have another thing to read. But now something frightening is happening. Sonic's friends are disappearing. We get our lore here. Hey, welcome, Dustin. Sorry you have to hear this, Dustin. It's got to be hard when you watch someone descend into Sega sickness. Of course, Nick. Yeah, I tried to do it. Let everybody off easy on that one, because I think a lot of us didn't know. All right, here we go. Let's get this story through, and then I'll catch up on what I missed in the chat. But now something frightening is happening. Sonic's friends are disappearing. In their place, nasty metal robots are popping up all over the island. The mad scientist, Dr. Robotnik, is at it again. I like the name Robotnik. I think some literature, some other sacred text even refers to the bad guys as like the Badniks or something, or the something along those lines. This time, Robotnik's planning a global disaster. He needs workers to create... Wow, with this music too. He needs workers to create a doomsday machine that can take over the world. So he's trapping all the animals, turning them into robots, and forcing them to build his ultimate weapon, the Dab-Bag. Robotnik now rules the factories, refineries, and cities. He's grabbed control of everything, except those 7 Chaos Emeralds. Those magnificent gems are believed to hold exceptional powers. With them, Robotnik could have the entire world in his grasp. And he'd never let go. I love that writing. And he'd never let go. We really can't let that happen, guys. The Chaos Emeralds are buried somewhere on the island. Only one tough dude with spiky hair has the speed to find them first. I didn't read this before, and I'm loving it. Help Sonic stop the devious scheme of the demented scientist. Spin like a speedball through space. Damn. Spinning like a speedball, huh? Spin like a... That's a... Yeah, you're really all over the place when you're spinning like a speedball. Grab power sneakers and loop till you're dizzy. Twirl over twisting speedways and rocket through tunnels. Balance and blast across a bubbling ocean of oil. Find the emeralds, free the animals, and squash Robotnik forever. Now, if you were managing to read this back then without stopping at maybe like midway through and just being like, I gotta fucking play this game right now, then you were probably like still in the car on the way back from Toys R Us or whatever. I would think otherwise. I don't know if I could make it through that whole passage. If I did though, I would like to think I could make it all the way through out of respect, and then I'm just ready to fire up the Genesis and get down to it. Eggman does like pollution. We like it here in whatever Eagle Zone. What have we got here? The last Captain Planet villain. I love that they make him that, you know. I really love that the stakes are that high, though. That's kind of nice, right? I got to get those Chaos Emeralds. It is, Nick. It's really sweet. That's great. I love that music, too. Yeah, welcome, Xander. I was reading your message about, I was coming back to the one about Scrap Brain Zone and Oil Ocean Zone and all that. But yeah, they're pretty terrifying. I think a game like this, too, can really... There's an interesting thing going on with this environmental... It's not, we can't even say background, really, but... you know, with this being part of the story, I mean, they're not like sitting there, I don't know. It's pretty forward with it, but yeah, chemical plant zone. What I was going to say is there's the juxtaposition of that with these really cute characters, even Sonic, you know, which they try to say here, you know, Mr. What was that line about a spiky dude? Only one tough dude with spiky hair. But anyway, I think that with the juxtaposition of Sonic and Tails, and then of course the little animals that come out of the machines and stuff, you know. Yeah, it's funny they have you looking at the death egg here, whatever. I've seen that verbiage, and I don't know that I've ever watched more than like seen a picture or GIF or something of this. The boss fight. And I was catching some footage of the game earlier, and there's a couple zones I'm like, I don't know anything about. Like, so I'm excited for that. All right, we'll kind of go quickly through this. The big adjustment with this game is the super spin attack. This is a big, you know, this was like, I guess, you know, if you just came straight from Sonic 1, this would be like the new thing that it blows your mind. It sounds cool, it looks cool. I remember loving it as a kid too. And if you play this game and then go back to Sonic 1, you might be missing it for sure. Sometimes you find yourself looking for the spin button. Super dash attack, okay. Okay. All right, just keep revving it up and then release, okay? And then you have the super twist. So they don't tell you really about the like dash jump kind of thing you can do. That sort of big one. I forgot. You can kind of do a bigger jump out of a dash. Maybe it's just a jump dash, I don't know. Or maybe they just call it the spin dash, but yeah. Funny to refer to it as a super dash attack. Yeah. They couldn't afford color for their instruction book. Yeah. I was actually saying that so far. I don't know if how widespread this was, but the 3 instruction manuals we've looked at. Actually, I don't think we looked at the Altered Beast one, maybe, but everything's been in black and white. Pinball attack. I think they call it pinball attack. It's funny. Super twist. To twist the metal nut up or down the screw. All right, we got some super twisting action. They're telling us about some zones later. Man, I'm getting excited just seeing the names of the zones. I do remember really liking Casino Zone as a kid. No, yeah, I didn't have one as a kid, Marty. I only got to play one like a few, you know, I had a couple friends who had them, but for the most part I got to spend more time on like friends' Super NESs than ever playing a Genesis. But yeah, it was some time. It certainly wasn't like I never got to play it. And then, you know, over the years, that kind of added up. Or at least I got like a little bit of an understanding of a few games. Even if I never played a whole lot of them, it's just I was, you know. I mean, if you're playing games back then and you're excited about it too, you're probably also like reading magazines and learning, you know, I remember learning about Sega Saturn and all this other stuff that for whatever reason I kind of knew like, I'm probably not going to be able to get that. Yeah. I still wanted to read everything I could. But yeah, Yeah, with that being said, there's a lot of Genesis stuff I've never touched. Like, most Genesis was that I've played is the biggest stuff. Sonic. And out of that, Sonic 1's the one I played the most. And then, you know, like a couple other things. Like, I played Earthworm Jim. Yeah, there's a couple other ones too. The occasional sports game or something. Sonic's, we'll have to remember the Super Twist. What a twist! Well, we already talked. I mean, we watched the video for Nuts for Nintendo. Now we're learning about Nuts for Sonic here. It's awesome. Good stuff. Yeah. Totally, yeah. I mean, and you'd get all the glossy ads from the big retailers and stuff, and I just remember really loving just looking at all the game box art and stuff, and you would feel like you saw the art, the official PNGs for, you know, the transparent shot of a console. You would see that same one just so many times just looking through the ads. I wish I could have it. All right, what else is there for us to really focus on here? Maybe not a whole lot more, for the sake of time, especially. Enemies can't destroy you when you have rings. Nice sound. Tails collects rings, too, that are added to your total. Okay, we're getting to, all the shorter songs or chimes in the game. Everyone's favorite song. Oh, this is sweet. Let's look at some of this art. Dustin's anxious to play the game. Or, no, anxious for about drowning, maybe. Speaking of ha. Yeah. At the end of every zone, Dr. Robotnik attacks in a fantastic robot. A fantastic robot machine. All right. Defeat him and free some of your friends from their prison egg.
The Parvinator.
Emerald Hill Zone. Speed through this tropical bayside resort with palm trees, loop-de-loops, and corkscrew speedways. Watch out for the monkey business. I love these little designs here, too, of the little robot baddies. Tails was a really great character addition, Xander. It was, I think as a kid, I was like, that's... I just remember thinking, seeing the two Tails was so cool, and wanting to be able to play as Tails only. Also, the Sonic 2 for Game Gear shows Tails on the cover, and this is kind of well known about the game at this point, but yeah, anyone playing that game thinking that they were going to get to play Tails or see more of Tails might have been kind of disappointed. The Game Gear or Master System version of Sonic 2. Totally different. Chemical Plant Zone. Flash through a high-tech maze built with pipes and ducts. Robotniks flooded the factory with a pool of toxic liquid called Mega Mac. I don't know. I think the technical term is grape soda. I've seen a lot of grape soda references online just in the last 48 hours trying to prep for this. Oh yeah. The purple drink in the Chemical Plant Zone, grape soda. Well, now we know it's officially Mega Mac. At least in our language. Mega Mac. What the hell? I mean, what is Mega Mac? What are you going for with? Was that supposed to be muck? That doesn't even. Not a fan. Yeah, it's like a. Man, we'll get in, huh? We'll get in and see it for ourselves. Kind of a. It is kind of a. It's somewhere between blue and hey, somewhere between blue and red. Aquatic Ruin Zone. Roaming Romans. Infest a beautiful forest and sunken lake. Explore an intricate maze. If you're underwater, breathe the air bubbles to keep from drowning. Yeah. Scary stuff, right? Nothing like hearing, again, that the drowning music. Explore an intricate maze. If you're underwater, breathe the air bubbles to keep from drowning. A countdown begins when your oxygen's running out. It's clearly toxic waste. The industrial runoff. Casino night zone. Sparkling neon lights and glittering gold fill the casino with razzmatazz. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I opened up this instruction booklet, I don't know what I expected, but I don't know if I expected to see the word razzmatazz. And I'm stoked on it, honestly. That's pretty sweet. We don't write about games like this anymore. You know, sparkling neon lights and glittering gold fill the casino with razzmatazz. Sometimes it's nice to have the official propaganda straight from the source and hear them, gussy it up like this. Play the machines with buttons A, B, or C. Flip the levers and push down the springs to send Sonic reeling like a bouncing blue pinball. This is a huge money shot of the demo, right? Like when they show that when they like in the little press start screen, title screen or whatever, when it kicks over the demos and shows Sonic get up into the slot machine. I thought that was so cool as a kid. I remember the one time I got to spend some time in that zone. That was when I was over at that babysitter's house, and I was just loving it. All right, let's read about the zones, and then we'll probably wrap it up soon. Hilltop Zone. Lava boils from volcanoes and earthquakes shake the ground. Spring for the rings on teeter-totters and blast through underground tunnels and caverns. Yeah, I don't think I spent much time. Maybe like past Mystic Cave or something? Mystic Cave Zone. Robotnik's been digging for Chaos Emeralds in the eerie forest of flickering lights, glowworms, and stinging centipedes. Hang on to the ivy to discover escape routes. Flashers and Crawltons. I like the art here. Robotnik's refineries are pumping... Sorry, this is Oil Ocean Zone? Robotnik's refineries are pumping at full steam. Crude oil has turned the ocean black. Can Sonic keep his footing on the slippery catwalks and bursting steam vents? That sounds like that's going to be a pain in the ass. I like the Aquas here, or Seahorse. Aquas and Octus. Yeah. It's a tough one, Nick. I think I may have beaten that one, Sonic 2 for Game Gear. I can't remember. But it's a really tough one. Yeah. Metropolis Zone. Oh, cool. So some music to look forward to with Oil Ocean. Yeah, right, yeah. So while you keep watching Sonic die in embarrassing ways, at least you have some good music. Metropolis Zone. Sonic's finally chased Robotnik to his own capital city, but he finds a fortress of iron and steel. Danger lurks in every spinning cylinder, pounding piston and rolling gear. Pounding pistons give me piston PTSD from the last Robotnik fight. Hold the D button right or left to wind the nut up and down the screws. All right. We're going to be winding that nut later. Asterion Slicer. I like these drawings too. Very simple. And we're not done yet. We have Sky Chase Zone. Robotnik has escaped to the sky. Sonic's a wing walker. And Tails is his pilot in a perilous battle above the clouds. Wow, spoilers. Wing Fortress Zone. You found Robotnik's secret stronghold, a flying battleship. Could this be Sonic's final fight? And it looks like we'll be taking on a Clucker at some point. Absolutely, Dustin. Something to look forward to. We had a whole stream dedicated to Pooh the other day for Earthbound, that was fun. Everybody was really excited about Pooh. Yeah. Special stage. Okay, all right, so here's our deal with the special stage. A little bit different this time. Instead of 50 coins at the end when you hit that sign, it's 50 coins when you hit a lamppost, a checkpoint. If you have 50 rings, I might have said coins. I don't know. I always want to say coins. my preferred currency. But yeah, the special stage where you want to murder Tails. Yeah, absolutely. I think that it's funny because I was actually just reading about, I was trying to find some shots of the special stage and stuff, and I had found my way to some Reddit post where folks were talking about how they just learned to take, I guess, play with Sonic only for that specific reason. For the bonus parts to be easier, since Tails is always like a little bit behind you. You guys will see this part in a little bit. It's what I started the stream with. I'll just put it on for half a second and come back. So much pomp, so much circumstance. And then I wanted to restart the music anyway. It was just about to restart in about 30 seconds, so... Anyway, yeah, that's your special stage where you're running down the... Yes, running down the half pipe, trying to collect as many rupees as you can. Absolutely, Palpuck. Yeah, hey, Dustin, if you look up just Sonic 2 bonus stage, I think I found it pretty quick. Sonic 2 bonus stage GIF, maybe, yeah. That one that I just showed is one that's been like smoothed out, and I found some old forum that had the sort of in the same post the original version, which was a bit choppy. We love it, and then the smoothed out version. Yeah. Oh, Palpuck, interest. Yeah. So if you don't have Fox, if you don't have Tails with you, then. Okay, then it doesn't ask for you to get as many rings, too. Okay, well. It is fun to play with Tails. And, of course, the big, I think, of course, the big feature of having Tails in this game, or kind of the impetus for it, was even, this even went into the planning. Like, they thought, hey, we need to have a good little sibling character. Because it sucks, playing a game like Mario, which is great. It has a 2-player option. We love that. Sonic 1 didn't have any 2-player options. And they're sitting around thinking, well, what do we do? That's one thing Mario has over us. Granted, it's 2 players alternating. So, they ended up coming up with a couple of solutions, one of which was to add Tails, so that when you're just playing the main storyline and not doing like 2-player verses, you've got Tails following behind Sonic, and which as a kid I just thought was really cute. But also a second player can control Tails, which is awesome. If you have a second controller, they can play as Tails. What's up, Devin? Welcome. Which is a pretty fun way to play it, honestly. I like playing, to get from the other, a couple weeks back when I played just the first couple zones with my partner, I was like, hey, you should play as Sonic, I'll do Tails. And it's still fun. You get lost a lot, but yeah. Tails, yeah. It was Tails was always very forward in the marketing. They knew what they had with that character too. And I don't know that I've read this, but I want to say similar to how there was actual discussion in Nintendo about Yoshi being a character that would appeal to everybody, but also especially to women and children. I think that there was a similar calculus. I may be wrong about this, but I think that was even part of the planning with Sonic 2 as well. We get this second character, everybody's gonna love him because it's cute as hell, but yeah, this will be, you know, especially appeal to some demographics that we want to bring over as well. So, and of course, you get the little sibling in on the action. Captain Nemo, what's up, buddy? We're about to hop into some Sonic 2, man. Hey, nice, Devin. Yeah, good job getting good job. Good job playing some games recently, getting some Sonic hacks in. I like your denial of Super Sonic, you know, a game that doesn't exist. I don't know, Captain. I might be pulling that out of my ass. I know that was said about Yoshi, that was part of the calculus, was to consider a character that would be popular with young kids and women. But I don't know. I want to say I had heard something about that for Tails, but of course everybody loves these characters, so. Yeah, totally. Who doesn't love Yoshi? One left over from 30 lives on the last level. Damn, Devin, well, good job getting a beat so close to the, to the game over then. Exactly, Dustin. Yeah, no, who could have seen that coming? Which, I'm out of my depth with talking about this, but apparently these Sega games, and perhaps even the addition of Tails, it's a part of a furry lore, apparently, and a foundational memory for a good number of the folks in the furry community. So yeah, this game has a little something for everybody. That's why we love it. This music is so sleazy too. It even has a little music for just a total sleaze bag walking through the casino, you know, blowing his cigar smoke on everybody, losing all his money, doesn't care. All right, is there anything else in here? We really care about the high scores. Miss Pac-Man. Well, they gave her that. I mean, they gave her like the pinup look and everything on just right there on the art for the arcade machine. So that makes sense. Eggman seems to be Wario's dad. Yeah, absolutely. And see, who could think that someone like Robotnik would someday be huge? Like a gay icon, essentially. You know, who saw that coming as a kid? You know? These games are kind of built into pop cultural fabric. All right, guys. We don't care about the score. I don't know what all to say about the two-player thing, other than that was really cool for the time, and that they used what did they use? Like I forget the technique. But basically, it's like, you know, it was a technical feat to get it to where you could have this two-player thing, interlaced video or something, or I can't remember the term. That's not what I'm going for, but yeah, basically each one was crunched down a little bit, but it allowed the two players to have a two-player versus split screen that I remember playing as a kid. It was pretty fun, you know. I think we preferred, you know, just doing the full story and stuff, but yeah. All right. I just noticed free your friends from the prison egg by jumping on top of it is one of the Sonic super hints here. Free your friends from the prison egg. Beep, 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 beep. Well, David, yeah, good thing you bought those lives. You ended up needing them. Congrats. All right, guys. All right, I'm taking this one off the rails. All right, guys, maybe we should get, where are we at? We're almost an hour, huh? Let's do this. That's about it for our instruction booklet. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm really excited to play some Sonic 2. why don't you give me a little bit? Let's take a break and we'll come back and we'll actually play this game. I could use a chance to make sure everything's set up right for it. And yeah, how about that? Thank you guys for hanging. Man, it also helps to have a little transition sometimes. Going from Mr. Broadcaster into the Game Master. At least aspirationally.
Poggers!
Alright. Good stuff. Ding-dong-dong. Apparently I need a break. Alright, let's get a break of a few minutes, guys. I hope to see you back here in a little bit. We're going to play some Sonic 2, and we'll talk about it as we'll go through it. We'll have some fun. Alright. BRB.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hey yo guys, good to see you. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. Welcome. Is this song not good? Like I've been hearing it all day and I'm like, it still gets me pumped. I really want to just there's been a couple full body dances today, a couple points where I just let it, you know, the whole shoulders started getting involved. It was good. You got to let yourself dance like nobody's watching. Sometimes, especially when nobody is watching. You know, come on. I don't think she caught this particular one, Dustin, but she's seen it before. It's good. Hey, you know, it's tough. Actually, there was one of the improv exercises some people struggle with. This is just like a solo one by yourself. Is to just dance fully without any judgment of yourself and without like, oh, that feels stupid, so I'm gonna stop, or like, oh, I'm not gonna go. You basically just do what feels good and just keep moving and try to like put on a song you really like, something that might make you want to, and then just start moving your body in ways that feel good. You know, try it. Sometimes people struggle with it, you know? They're like, oh, I can't even be cringe in front of myself. Gotta work on that. Do-do-do. All right. I'm gonna play the game. Where's the audio? Why no game audio? That's not gonna work. Do-do-do-do-do-do. No game audio and frozen game video. That's not a good combo. All right, let me see what I can do to work on this real quick. Let's see. Try something real quick. Do-do. That is a slow fade. Why does it have such a long fade? I'm gonna fix that real quick. There are times I might want to fade that faster than that. I must have been looking for something cinematic. All right, give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna see what's up. I think if I just flip to... You gonna work? All right, let's see if this works for us. Work for me, Sonic. We went from such high energy. I was talking about dancing. We've got sound. Genesis had the best twinkle on 16-bit. Like out of a 16-bit console, bar none, right? Best twinkle? Best twinkle noises? You're about to hear a few.
This is the way.
Among others. I think most of it is just the... Why don't we have game video? I don't understand. Okay, human error for the last... Okay, only for the last, like, 15 seconds there, but...
Give me a hell yeah!
He does put his face on everything, Xander, huh? Yeah. Yeah. I do like Wario. Now I'm thinking of Wario's face on his castle. Seeing Nick play a little bit of those. I've only played like a couple minutes of Game Boy Mario. Sadly, missed a lot of stuff, and I missed all the stuff that went into like Wario Land, and I had a cousin who had a Game Boy, and I remember for Christmas one time playing a little, like the first Mario Land, which, I've seen that one. I've since seen it and seen the second one as well. And I know that it gets a lot better, but it didn't seem bad, it just was... All right, now that I know that it works, we're going to take it all in. Shooting Star is so sweet. I love the island there underneath. And then the demos, I feel, sometimes can, of course, show some strange sections of gameplay, but like in this one I think were generally really sweet. Yeah, it's funny, I think I think Eggman, it is interesting, like, how a bit of parodying Mario came into that design. And it is a great one, isn't it? Yeah. That's funny. Another, I was going to say another trolling or bullying tactic. I don't know what a Sonic 2 XL is, Devin. Is that like a... What's XL about it? Was that like an unofficial, HD remake or something? Let's hop in. I will say one really sweet thing. You hit the start button, you do one player or two players, and then I love how quick the Emerald Hill Zone, the like title stuff comes up. And again, in that sweet art style we talked about earlier. Let's do it. Do 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 do. Exactly, yeah. I think the Sega knew, again, that's kind of like some of Sega's, arcade instincts mixing well with the console side. All right, let's play. Tails popping out. His dinky little arm there. It's funny. All right, let's play. Let's play. One player. How do you play so as to just turn it so that you're only playing as Sonic? I was gonna say, yeah. How do I delete Tails? Boing. I'm just gonna take my time for a little bit, walk around slowly, take it all in. The victory fist, yeah. Totally. I didn't really notice it until, until somewhat recently. Yeah, just how... Whoop. I don't know how I would make it or anything, but it just, I think it's more the animation. Hello. These guys. Thank you, Tails. A secret menu, eh? Okay. It's like, we don't have to go so crazy here, guys, but it would be good to get out of this part. I'd love to get to a higher level. Well, maybe let's play with Tails tonight. Let's play with Tails tonight, and then we'll decide what we're gonna do. This is more the scouting report, you know. I'm gonna get in and play, of course, but of course I started late and. This is the fun run. I'm worried about this guy. I don't want to go flying into him. Whoop. Hey, get a good little pop off of maybe a little bit more of a whoops. Hello, gotta be faster. You get a maybe more of a pop off of enemies than you did in Sonic the Hedgehog. Ooh, girl. Yeah, I don't want to be jumping for that part. We got those rings. You gotta hit the loop-de-loop, right? Preferably from the other side. The first time. Alright. Oh, sweet. An even higher level. Of course, I saw something at the, There we go. Let's do a bonus.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know. I'm forgetting. I'm playing with a single button right now. Whoop. So different checkpoints, right? Tails does... If he gets hit, we lose rings. Of course, if Sonic is hit, we lose rings too. Oopsie. There's mines. Ooh, girl. Cool. I love that. I love that floating hand. I'm not gonna do that gesture. I don't have a floating hand. It's still attached to my body, sadly, which makes for an awkward animation. Quick, I'll go put on my green screen suit, and we'll. I made all my own Sonic graphics. Right here in this room.
Give me a hell yeah!
Oh, that's what the dude. It was just a Sonic fan. That guy that thought I cut him off in traffic the other day, and he like made a really rude gesture, but he was really just trying to say cool. I wish I could. I wouldn't. Well, maybe I wouldn't have responded the way I did, but. Okay, we're good on those couple rings. You know what? Hello, down here. I don't remember. Well, I guess we... Yeah, I must have taken care of all this stuff actually before. Wow, another chance to get... If I got 50 rings again right now... Oops. Oopsie daisy. Hit the loop-de-loop. I don't... Oh, come on. All right, there we go. Yay, I have 50 rings. I want to do something real quick. I wanted to try to hit that next checkpoint. I think maybe we get to... Funny that all this stuff is still here. Well, yeah, that's taken, of course. Hello. Wow, okay. Bonus stage 2. Ichigo, what's up, man? Welcome. How you doing? Yeah, whose hand is it, Pal Puck? Who? Right, a glove. I want to see it again. The cool hand, you know. We're hitting the half pipe. Absolutely, Ichigo. We're all making the cool gesture, which also could be seen as a lewd gesture. Cool hand, Luke. All right, don't screw this up, Sonic. Tails is always a little bit late. He has to adjust, you know. Ah! You control Sonic. He follows Sonic. Cool. Oh, hello. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. What? Tails. Ah, no, Tails, no. Damn it. All right, we're starting it over. We're deleting Tails. What's going on, T-Roy? Welcome. Yes. Get him out of here. Now I'm imagining there are folks out there who are like, there should have never been a Tails. You know, Sonic. Man, I was a Sonic fan, huge Sonic fan with the first entry in the series. Second entry, I'm hearing all this stuff about Tails. And he's even got a bad pun in his name. Miles per hour? Come on, miles per hour? They're fast. Ugh. I want 50 rings. Another loop-de-loop. That's just nice. You know... I always, that spring is, it's funny, I was, there was, some of this footage that I was finding of, like, the Sonic Tuesday launch, and when they were showing folks demoing it, I was seeing, they showed a couple folks messing up on that part, without, like, calling attention to it, it was just in the footage in the background. I don't know if people hitting that spring and then getting bitten. Getting bitten by the mech fish. Right, Tails can only lose his own coins, his own rings rather, jeez. Okay. I mean, like, in the hands of a competent controller, or, you know, person controlling it, I think, oh shit. In the hands of a trusted younger sibling who is... You never thought you'd see the day, but they're finally starting to pull their weight in this game. And next thing you know, you can actually trust them when it comes to those bonus stages, not to fuck it up. I think that, I don't know, I feel like at that point playing with, you know, having Tails with you and, yeah, doing the two-player thing, that's great, you know. Does make those bonus stages hard, huh? I'm gonna turn the music up just a bit. crank that Genesis. Yeah, we might do that, Devin, at some point. I was thinking that I would first play a little bit with him. See what it feels like, but yeah. I bet. Well, I'm curious. So there isn't a limit on like how many Chaos Emeralds you can get per zone, other than like checkpoints and the natural limits. Is that how it works? I figured there had to at least be like maybe you can only get a couple per zone or something, and then. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. Yeah, well, that definitely changes how you would play if you wanted to collect the 7 emeralds. And then you could just play, yeah, you of course, are trying to, like, maximize how much time you play as Supersonic or whatever. Or you may be looking to do that. Whoa! How about the checkpoint? There we go. Dang. All 7 in the first zone, yeah. Yeah. You're right. That's crazy. Yeah. Okay, wow. So is that like I imagine if you're wanting to go really fast, that's, you know. That's funny. Thank you guys for hanging. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. You know, it's a little bit harder playing a game like this, but I'm not doing that great of a job tonight. We're trying to read most stuff even if I can't reply. Cool. Thumbs up. Master hand. Yeah, I knew we were gonna eat shit there. Jeez. Gotta get these ones that are up on top. Ah! It's definitely hard to account for tails if you're just playing by yourself. You would get used to it, I'm sure, at a point, but yeah. I bet, Dustin, yeah. You know, I think I've only seen, like, Supersonic maybe once or something. Again, I didn't get to play a whole lot of the games other than one. I could see that. I mean, like, the character seems kind of crazy. Palpuck, like, I haven't seen a whole lot of footage, but, you know, whenever I do, it's just, like, zipping around, and, you know, it seems... I could see that. That would make sense. Ow. Well, I think you can also do... I forget about our spin jumps. I've been forgetting all night. Woo. How far do you have to be to do, like, a... Oh, that was cool. Yeah, okay. I'll go different. Go, Sonic, go. At least go that way. Aw, boo. Oh! Tails' death, little death animation or death sprite is funny. Hey, Silos, welcome. All right. I guess you also have, yeah. Well, just two acts here now, huh? This music. I'm just gonna jump over him a little bit to enjoy the music. I love the like added element. Each time, each repetition, there's like a layer added. And then it comes back to the loop there. Yeah. Play the Sonic. Yes. Oh, that's interesting, Pal Puck. Yeah. I have to get used to the physics. Sonic, welcome. Sonic the Faker. Sonic the Faker. How about this level, eh? Yeah, I'm a little momentum challenged at this point, Pal Puck, which is not good for a Sonic game. Not good at all. Well, you know, honestly, when it comes to Sonic and plot armor, I feel like I started to lose the plot whenever all the characters began to do a significant amount of talking, and no, I played a little bit of Adventure 1 and 2, but I got a Dreamcast really late at the end of the system's life here, and I would like to try Adventure 1 and 2 again sometime, but yeah. After that, I just didn't, I didn't really play much Sonic, so I really didn't much of anything at all. Sad to say. And I missed out on some, I mean, I know that Sonic fans, they seem, I hear a lot of talk about like how they're, I guess the fan base has been mad about there not being a whole lot of good games in the last 15 years or so. I don't really know the score, but the scuttlebutt. I am playing really bad. I love this. I love these levels here. I know that I made it through the first few zones. Of course, the music for these first two zones is just nuts. It's so good. The little bit of Genesis that I got to play, this stuff really stuck with me. I did see it. I'm curious to see the Supersonic for myself, Sander, because like I feel that I think I was one time like some kid's birthday party. They were playing some Sonic or something. I got in kind of late, and I wasn't really like. I wasn't seeing the playthrough. It's just like I look up and I see Sonic zipping around. I'm like, what is going on? Well, I don't understand. And then I've seen like a couple seconds of footage here or there. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, I want to see what it's like. Let's see that blue water again. It looks good. This game, it's interesting to try to look at this and think about, so what's going on differently? Like, I feel like the characters are maybe have a little more like, they feel more set against the background. Maybe they're outlined better or something. Darker outline, I don't really know. This stuff like this spring just looks a lot more complex than it did in the first game. They just added the extra like lines there at the bottom, I think, and doing a different shading for the This might look even better on it. I mean, we're getting about as good a digital signal as we can get, but yeah. All right, digital capture of the analog signal. That's right. Go through here. Those blue guys get me all the time. I played a little bit of this when I got this handheld several months back, and I didn't play a whole lot of Sonic 2, but there were a couple of late nights that I couldn't wind down. I was like, I'm gonna play a few minutes of this. I got to these levels and really enjoy it. I kept running into these guys. No. Could have used a checkpoint. It's funny to hear the drums and the fanfare. It's great. The details are really great in this game. I feel like, yeah, this was one that had me saying, like, okay, yeah, I'm really missing out by only getting to play Super NES stuff. Uh-oh. What color is the dress? Is it purple or gold? Oh shit. I wanted to see what was back to our left. I sacrificed a life earlier playing around. And we, That's right, we got squashed. It's a fun run. It's just interesting too, this, like, you know, that section that moves right there, that animated section. Oh, I guess if you give more. Where am I trying to go? Oh, I can't look down, huh? I'm just gonna keep playing. Oh yeah, I forget. We can do this now. Hooray! We got blue goo, purple water. Oop. No. Y'all got a checkpoint around here? It is known. It is, Ichigo. The spin dash is a really good addition. I think it's you know, it's kind of funny because when I was reading stuff earlier, this is a while back when I can't remember, this might have even come up in that GTV documentary, but in one of the events they did for Sonic 2, they had, like Nickelodeon ended up doing a couple of events, and one of them, they had Melissa Joan Hart on one of the shows, and she played Sonic 2, and I saw the description on, I think it was on Wikipedia, that had the description that, like, she struggled due to not knowing about the spin dash. And I was just like, oh, what a funny detail to be, like, written here. I think I may have just seen, like, a short, a couple seconds of that or something, not the like full thing, but yeah, I don't know. I was just like, man, they didn't have to call her out like that, you know, like, geez. Also, who knows? Maybe that was an edit by Melissa Joan Hart. We better check, you know, get into the edits on that one. Check the IP address. I'm just saying, I would probably, if that were written about me, I would make sure to correct the record. And to be fair, the Parvinator struggled at this game because he, at the time, was totally unaware of a major mechanic that would have allowed him to succeed. If only he had been aware of it. I love that intro. All right. Tails, don't get yourself blown up. It is Ichigo, yeah. Don't screw this up. You know, I could blame Tails on that one, but I didn't set Tails up for success, to be honest. Okay, that one's on him. He screwed up there, but we are not going to get the requisite amount of... Oh my... Tails, you've done it again. Well, this lets me pretend that, again, I'm playing with a younger sibling that I've never had. And a younger sibling...
Dang it, Bobby.
This younger sibling is screwing it up. They are not pulling their weight. They really are, Dustin. It's... Here's our purple soda. Come on. We should be able to get out of that, right? Okay. Purple drink. Sonic said, stop asking. Everybody's asking me what's in my cup. And I'm like, you don't need to worry about what's in my cup. It's my cup. Just walking around with a cup of purple drink all the time. Oh, gods. That's probably gonna get us drowned. That's the moment. I probably just wanted to go to the surface, eh? Oh. That's one way to get there. I'm capable of those moments, Dustin. It's there are moments of being a capable gamer. Yeah, I think it's happened to me a few times before, Ichigo, yeah. Ah. I'm not in the habit of quoting Rush Limbaugh that often, but I'll do it now to say that you know, it feels like some nights, oh my god, he just barreled right over it again. Feels like some nights, you know, in between the little bit of talent I have, but up against a high level of distraction and a high propensity to get oneself into a mental pretzel. Slow it down. Thank you. We're going to slow it down. We're going to slow it down. Tails, thank you. Your sacrifices has been noted. Yeah. Oh, totally. I don't think I ever get to the quote, but half my brain tied behind my back was the quote. I think I managed to get distracted midway through. So, yeah, halfway he would start a lot of. Yeah, it was my dad listened to a lot of Rush Limbaugh, and yeah, I'm learning to forget. Yes, absolutely. The Roto Fox News. Yeah, he would often start his show by saying that he had half his brain tied behind his back. That was one of his like recurring things. He had a few good lines, like they all do. Ah. Well, there's our fun run of Sonic 2. That one goes out to Rush Limbaugh.
I love the vibes here, dude.
I think I'll disable Tails. Yeah, I think we'll. I'd like to make it to this level, for instance, you know. I can't blame that on Tails. You know, one can never be certain with these kind of things, but what are the chances that this and Pokemon? I think I played a little bit of slots, not much. I've been to Vegas twice, and the first time I went, at the time I had like a decent paying job and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. I have $200 that I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna gamble. And if I lose this $200, I'm not gonna be mad about it. I'm gonna think of it as that was my entertainment for that You know, it can be expensive, and we saved up for this trip, whatever. Okay, I can do this. I was very upset when of course it was all gone, and quickly too. And this, in the saddest way, probably about a quarter of it was gone just pulling a couple slot machines and being like, this is fucking stupid. What am I doing? Each pull I lost money, and I was like, why? This is funny. I would have, at the end I was like, yeah, you weren't supposed to be mad about that, but I'm mad, you know. Yeah. Yeah, how do you get the continues? What do you do to get continues? Because in the last one you got them often. Well, you know, you're getting them through, you know, getting a bunch of rings in the bonus game or whatever, right? Slots suck. Don't play slots other than, like, some of them just look really stupid. And you may decide that, like, okay, I have like a $2 or something to play with this fucking, like, gorilla slot game. We can play let's play the gorilla slot game, babe. Let's do it. One time. That one made an impression on me the last time. Sitting there after a Dead and Company show, there was an after party that was we had to walk at night, which was kind of sketchy. I had to walk to like one of the other casinos a little further away, and I was like, there was an after party there, which was nice, but then after that, you know, I'm waiting on my partner to finish up using the restroom, and like I sit down, and we're gonna head home after that, or head back to the hotel, and I'm just looking at this gorilla slot machine, and I needed that $2 when she got back from the bathroom. So I was just sitting there for about 5 minutes looking at that gorilla. T-Roy says play the craps. T-Roy, are you, have you, like, I wouldn't be opposed to, I don't like gambling in general, but like, if I win and I was like $50 or something, okay, I would still be pissed. I could get a game for that. Jeez. I'm just gonna lose. When I was in high school, everybody started getting into like poker, and like Texas Hold'em was like really popular, and I got invited to one game, and I remember just being bored. And at a certain point, I think I went all in on something kind of dumb, just because I was like, okay, let's wrap it up here. Of course, they love a player like that, right? Hey, you should play next time, you know. Fuck you.
Oh, Jesus, what's that smell, man?
The unlimited drinks. Yeah. T.O. said, I'm not a gambler really, but I played craps once and it was a blast. It looks like one of the more fun ones. Like, I feel like you feel like you're gambling when you play craps. I didn't necessarily feel like I was gambling when I pulled a lever for a slot machine. I feel like craps is one of those, you know, hey, come on, you know? Yeah. It's the same with... I've never finished a game of Texas Hold'em or Monopoly, you know. I mean, I could, at least in person, Monopoly. Yeah. There was a sick computer one that my grandma had. It was like Monopoly 3D or something. It was like, I think one of the earliest ones where they started showing some like plenty like 3D animations and stuff, and that was fun. We'll play our game in just a bit. Thanks for hanging, guys. Let's go here for 1 second. Happy Thursday. I can't... So right now I'm seeing the Sonic slot machine thing. How am I going to talk when my brain is seeing that level of stimulation? You know? Xander, I don't know. Better, that was a little... I've catch up with the chat there, yeah. That old one, yeah. It felt like it kind of came out of left field. This one seems on point. Yeah, it's interesting. I can see where Sonic 2 does reward go fast. Obviously, they're gonna try to trip you up with some moments you can slow down, but man, I can see where this game is really rewarding you for wanting to go fast.
Let's get weird! Let's get weird!
It's a good song. Those first couple Zone songs are so high in energy, you know? Like, you can't help but feel the infectious energy of the game, and then the way that it dumps you right into the level, you know, once you hit like one player or whatever. You know, I'm seeing it right now. Yeah, you know, hitting you with those like 3 layers of the intro screen or the zone screen. And that's so cool. Let's play it. Ichiko said in the movies, everybody's always cheering in craps. I will say, so that, like I said, that second time we were in Vegas, we were there for a concert, and that was last year. And I did note, like the previous time was many years ago, but yeah, I noticed a lot of cheering around the craps and roulette as well, I think. Do-do. That background looks crazy. Seeing the different layers. I don't know, a little bit further up than this. Let's play. Yeah, that's funny, Dustin. Yeah, you can, I guess at certain points, and it's easier in Sonic 1, or maybe even in this one, you can like actually get, you can go faster than the camera, I guess. Right? Man, I do that every time. Sonic, you silly Billy.
Dang.
Sega. Start it again. There it is. Oh, sweet. And you can do, yeah, you can do just Tails alone. How do you guys prefer to play? Maybe let's try a Sonic run. I gotta stick with the character I brought to the console wars, you know? You know what they say. Let's test some sounds. Dance party. I haven't heard a whole... I know that I've heard that one, like, in the playlist of all the songs, Xander, but I'm not too familiar with that level, so I'm excited to get to that. Whoa, you can skip by 10. Oh, what happened? So no, I guess, yeah, if you get all the Chaos Emeralds with Tails, nothing happens, huh? You gotta hit start. So cool. I love how they jump you in like that, you know, it's so good. It's hard for me to dial in the sound. Sorry, some levels I think are a little louder than others. That's better. There really are Ichigo, and it's interesting too. I guess there was that cut content as well that I think some other game later like restored those levels. There was even some stuff that I think was shown in promo. Oh, we could be on a higher level. I was curious if they play any differently or have, yeah, any differences. Okay, well that's interesting, yeah. I could see a preference for Tails. I want to get up. Can you take me higher? Kill the monkey. And the fish. And the monitor. Or monitor. Dustin says we got it wrong. Oh, you know, I saw a little footage of Knuckles just earlier today, and it was funny. Like how it looks on the title screen looked so funny. I guess that's essentially like kind of ROM hacking the old cart, right? Is that sort of... The lock-on technology. I've mentioned this before, but as a kid, I went to this ear, nose, and throat doctor, and they had one of the Genesis. I have fond memories of going there because of the Genesis they had in the waiting room. Not so much awful things they would do to my ears, but oh, keep missing that. The Genesis had Sonic, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic and Knuckles, but it had no way to like combine the games, you know, do 2 or 3 and Knuckles. Oh, what were they? Yay! Yeah, well, I'm gonna catch up on chat here, but yeah, Ichigo, yeah, so the, I only knew that through the Game Gear version. Yeah, exactly, Dustin, yeah. Yeah, no. I know what you meant. Yeah, it was, so, yeah, that one I had for the Game Gear, and it was really sweet. What's funny is, yeah, like you mentioned, Dustin, I guess, at this point it has a reputation as, you know, being a little tough to play because of, you know, the screen resolution. All right. Oh, forgot about that spring. Let's get 50 rings. Come on, Sonic. I think there's still some stuff below us, I believe, that I could get to. Oh, be careful here, though. Hey, welcome, Sonic Sony. You know, I really like Sonic 1. I've played the most of that one so far, and it has me excited for the rest of the series because I'm really loving that game. Yeah, I didn't explore all of this. Jeez Louise, oh, and there's that one section there too. Music's so good. Yeah, Xander, I love Ocarina of Time has a lot of great sound effects and stuff. It's another one where just the sound design is really sweet. And I thought well thought out it felt, you know. This game does it well. I really want more of these sounds for the soundboard. I gotta get around to that sometime. Sure, we're missing a lot of stuff. That was close. Oh dear. Sonic, what are you doing, man? I think we missed this one. That's okay. Okay, that one just moves gradually across. Ah, yeah. That's okay. How did we get continues? You guys might have told me this, but... Alright, B. Not enough rings. They say he died of not enough rings. If you can believe it. God, I can't not want to hum along to this. Okay, we got it. let's try for another 50 rings. See if we can get ourselves into another bonus stage. These levels are big. This is fun, man. Yeah, I wonder which one I was watching, Xander. I never watched a whole lot of the Sonic cartoons, but I caught a little bit of one. And what I remembered was I at least watched more of... Come on. I think he might have been in a few, but yeah, Jaleel White. I do remember him doing the voice of one. Oh, got some wings up there. Nice. I have so much to learn. Okay, I'm running past a lot of stuff that I think could help us get to 50. Gotta be careful, though. Yeah, I was struggling with Tails in the bonus zone, but yeah, I can't use that one as an excuse this time. Oh, shoot. Oh, well. That's okay. Move on someday. Hey, thank you guys for hanging out, and happy Thursday. This is fun. I wish I would have gotten more time on these a long time ago, but hey, that's okay. Better now than never. Like, still today, I mean, I find aspects of, like, Genesis graphics. I don't know, I really love it. I think it's the kid in me playing this stuff when I'm... I mean, I got a Game Gear probably around the time that this game came out. Shit. Yeah, that sounds right. And I'm starting to get into all things... As much as I can, all things Sonic. It's just I don't have a Genesis, so... But yeah, I might have had a Game Gear maybe a year later, or by, you know, sometime after this, around this time. I think mine came with Sonic 2. My Game Gear. You know, that version of Sonic 2. Its own. I guess that, you know, it's funny because I didn't know for years later about even the existence of the Master System. And, it's so cool that that's where those games originated from. I only knew them for Game Gear. Well, that's interesting, yeah. You know, Sonic CD looked pretty... I saw a little bit of footage of that somewhat recently, and I was like, wow, this looks great, you know. It had those little... There was some mechanism too with like using signs or lampposts or something to warp between eras, I believe, or you know, something like that. But it all looked like just peak 2D Sonic to me. I don't know, it looked great. With my little bit of come on, let's get up this freaking heel. That's not what I'm trying to do. Sonic, can you get on this platform for me? I don't know. I don't know if you want to. We'll catch some from over here, maybe. I'm bad at Sonic. Oh, hey, there we go. Get in. You know, I don't know. Getting the Sega CD might be kind of tough. I think we'll be playing base console for a while. It would be really sweet to get one of... Oh, shoot. Wow. Didn't mean to do that. It would be really nice to get one of those Master System converters. screwed this up. Just enough. Or just a few more extras, I guess, but... I think we're just gonna gradually go over to the right. And then back to the left. Sonic, damn you. I'm sorry I said that, Sonic. Oh, PC ports. Oh, that's cool. I had no idea about those. How cool is that? I love stuff like that I don't know. It's like not people's primary way of accessing a game. I played Earthworm Jim 1 and 2 on PC, or, you know, Windows 95 or something, you know, I don't know. Something. And yeah, it did crash every now and then, sadly, but... Sonic, you are not playing good. Alright, let's get ourselves some freaking rings. Alright, this is just gonna result in me getting hit coming back through here, but that's okay. Dustin, I can imagine, you know, that's what's kind of sad about those CD or, you know, just disc-based systems in general, I guess, is it seems like a lot of them, you know, I even remember during that era, I knew that was going to happen. I remember a lot of, during that era, some friends having their discs already not working, you know, getting beat up and... My buddy lent all the Final Fantasy games to everybody, and we passed them all around, and those got beat up pretty good. Even though you try to take care of them, you know, it's not like we were. I don't think most people were like leaving them outside of the jewel case or anything, you know. But still no 50 rings. Well, good to know we have a... No, I want to go up. I like to play my Sonic slow and sloppy. That's my thing. This feels like I'm running out of real estate. Like I'm getting near the end. Sigh. You went too slow. There's still hope for us to get another Chaos Emerald. Not now. Let's finish the level, Sonic. Let's go, buddy. Show them what you can do. Yeah. Forget it. That's a rip. Yeah, that kind of stuff is awesome, Dustin. You know, for the Nintendo, for my Famicom disk drive, I have that thing, and sadly I've never gotten to test it on I don't have a disc. I should get one at some point. I could get something. But I do have the FDS stick, which, you know, you have to have the Famicom disc, or you have to have the, like, converter thing, but then once you have that, that hooks into this little USB doohickey that basically functions as the disc, you know. All right, chemical plant zone. How do you get... Man, you guys have probably already answered this, but yeah, they continues. I'm like, how do I get those? I know I've mentioned it more rhetorically, but forgetting to, double check the chat. Points at the end of the level. Thank you, Dustin. Thank you. Sorry. And I know that one's been asked a couple times. Xander, I liked the show for Earthworm Jim. Yeah, as a kid, I enjoyed that. I'd like to... I don't enjoy as much as I did as I was a kid. Most the cartoons I watched when I was pretty young, but I think I'd like to give Earthworm Jim a shot sometime too. Oop, there we go. I got gooped. Oh, son of a Robotnik. Exactly. To be clear. That's gonna cost you some points, son. It was a simpler time. We still counted our points in a game.
Poggers!
I think I want to come back and go under. Is that the... Yeah. I would like a checkpoint. I guess I could try to get more rings. It was just the disappointment, you know? Also, I think I can kind of carve left some... Yeah, wow, at the end already. This level can just fly by. If you don't go down that one section, or a couple of the sections that like extend it, I don't know, it's crazy. So short. How about that background? Oh, cool. As you can see, it extends all the way to my window behind me. Right, yeah, if you stick to kind of a singular momentum, mostly sticking to one path, you can really finish a level quickly. Don't get squashed now. Okay, cool. I remember as a kid really liking all the power-ups and stuff too, and the monitors, you know? I don't know, that I always felt like that was a cool touch. These look cool too, just these blocks. Wow, I can look down, I just need to hold the button down for a while. There's a lot of just, in this game, there's a lot of places where you could just stop Sonic and you have such a pleasant, if it's not some clockwork, you know, piece of the game level, the architecture moving around, then it's something cool with the background. Like there's just it's a really beautiful game. Sonic 1 doesn't look bad, but they're, you know, it's just funny. This one, you can just feel a great touch of polish, a great coat of polish on this. I remember liking it. Yeah, I remember enjoying it as a kid, you know, Xander. I'd love to give that one a shot again. Because I've been kind of thinking lately about some of those sort of alt comic, alt cartoon kind of things that were really, they even became mainstream during that time. Obviously, that's how you get Earthworm Jim. But I was just thinking about, like, I feel, you know, it's funny to think about the adult animators and, you know, and comic writers or whatever. So why can't I think of the term? Yeah. It's just funny to think about them and in the 80s and 90s as that like alt style became even more popular and just, I don't know, it's really good. It'd result in like a whole generation having like kid shows out of it, like Ren and Stimpy. And I was seeing something recently from Cow and Chicken, which was a little after, you know, which was, you know, a little bit later and all that stuff. And I hadn't thought about that show in a long time. And it was that one character, him, I think is the name, or is that it? Or I can't remember. No. Anyway, there's like one that's like a devil that just walks around on its butt and stuff. And anyway, it's just kind of funny. That sort of Beavis and Butthead and Ren and Stimpy, that sort of alt, the stuff that had been bubbling up, especially in like comics and stuff for a long time. Just the 90s was a great time for that. I don't know. And I think as kids, it's interesting to think, oh, holy shoot. It's just cool for me to think about like I'm thankful for having some weird shows, because something like Earthworm Jim would be a show that like, that's something that I felt like, okay, me and my friend, that's our secret language. Like, I like my dad's comic stuff that he shows me, da-da-da. He can't get into, okay, it wasn't him I was thinking of then, yeah. Forget the name, yeah. Thank you for the correction there, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, right, exactly. It was, that's what I was trying to say, that whoever it was from Cow and Chicken. And yeah, it was like a big red devil thing with like walking around on its butt, basically, with no legs. And I said the name was him. Yeah, I got it. That's funny. I don't think much about Powerpuff Girls. And I definitely watched like a lot of that during its, I guess that like original run or whatever. Thank you. Yeah, mine is too, Palpuck. It's nice though to have when you're getting the details wrong, to have oh, shoot. Oh, come on, man. Just hang out. There you go. Can we get 50? Can Sonic get 50 rings? Yeah. Yeah. Mama had a chicken. Mama had a cow. Dad was proud. He didn't know how. I watched a little. I was a bit on the way out with cartoons and stuff in general. I think at that by the time that show's coming, not entirely, but like starting to not watch as much, I think. Ren and Stimpy. I think my mom even told me not to watch that one because she just came in at one point and it showed like a, you know, it just zoomed in on something gross or I don't know. Or could have been one of the episodes when one of the characters is like hugged or something and just like pressed in between some some characters' very large pecs. Or something. She probably walked in and was like, "Well, I don't look right." But I definitely watched some of it. I think we're here at the end, huh? Yeah. Darn. I just kind of gave up on the play there, you know. You got to run the whole way. Looking like Alabama did against FSU. Just. Standing around. Well, okay. That time I wasn't intending to just stand around, but kind of forgot about the rotating tiles there. I forgot it was that soon. I guess you could go back and try to get your 50. Ah, oh no. Okay, that's funny. I don't know that I've ever pinned him like that before. I think I could have maybe still stuck the landing if I sort of, you know, knew what to expect. Yeah, I'm just being dumb now. Beep, beep, bum, 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 bum. Tomorrow I'd like to get I don't think we're totally done now. We'll try another time. But this is more the probing attack, right? The recon on the game. I'd like to dive in a little bit deeper tomorrow for sure. I'm going to try harder tomorrow, guys. Thanks for hanging. Happy Thursday. I liked Rocco a lot too, Xander. Yeah, good call. Rocco just came up in this household like yesterday, I think. Because, yeah, I was thinking of... I think maybe we saw someone named Rocco on a video or something, and just it's in my head, and I was thinking of the theme song and how, you know, to sing like Rocco's Modern Life, Rocco's Modern Spunk. You get like a great scream for Spunky right then. Good stuff. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you know, it's funny, Palpa, because it seems like the attack this last time, it was the tiles, of course, that was getting me, you know. And, now I got something else to worry about. Is it blue or purple? You know. Oh man. These are the kind of questions they fought a console wars over. You know, it was kind of seemingly trivial things like this that could have been life or death out there in the playground, honestly. All right, guys, I'm going to get another break, and then I got a late start, but let's play a little bit longer, maybe another half hour or something. So, all right, see you back here in a bit. BRB. Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Happy Thursday and welcome. Welcome, Red. We're healing the console wars one game at a time. Taking her easy on this one, Sonic 2. I've played a lot more Sonic 1, but yeah, this is really fun so far. And yeah, the music is great. It's awesome. I'm really attached to that Sonic 1 music at this point, but there's a lot of bangers on this soundtrack. Let's play just a little bit more, and then I think we'll wrap it up maybe after another like half hour or something like that. Rotes, how you doing, man? Welcome. I'm taking it one Parv at a time. That's all the world can handle.
My style is like the reaction from too much action, never come down.
Let's play our game. Oh, welcome. No, you're never late. You're always on time. Welcome. Ugh. Dude. Itchy eyes. Oh, every time. I am struggling, absolutely. Tomorrow there'll be a... Look forward... I'll tell you guys what you have to look forward to. That's gonna be a... probably a 5,000 word at least justification for why we're switching back to Sonic 1 tomorrow. Dude, I still gotta plot it out a little bit. Yeah, I like to do a good outline before I do my writing. Oh! Don't throw something at me too. No, Xander. I haven't. The only Castlevania game I've played is the first one, and I really enjoyed that. Of course, I know it's like different from, yeah, when it or like actually, you know what? I don't know what Bloodlines is. It sounds familiar, but I'm not. Some of those titles get mixed up for me. What console is Bloodlines on? Is that one that's for Genesis? That's like a... Isn't there... Is that the one that's like a... Oh, shoot. Come on. A kind of a remake of the first one or something? Or... Sonic is a hedgehog. Sonic is a head. They really make these bonus stages to be kind of like big showpieces. This is your Sonic money shot. This and hitting a loop-de-loop. There you go. Oh, Xander, no, I haven't. I think maybe, so to test out this flash card I have, I checked it out for like I only had like a minute, you know, or I was really just testing a few games to see if they worked, and it seemed like that one did. But I had heard of that one before, and I'm looking forward to that. That's fun. I like a lot of Mega Man stuff, and there's Wily Wars, Mega Man Wily Wars, which is like a remake of the Mega Man games, which I don't care which version's better than whatever. I'm just kind of excited to try something different, you know. Hit the loop-de-loop, yeah. Oh, shoot. Should have saved that one, huh? Sonic, I'm gonna have to ask you to Collect a few more rings, please. Oh, bad music? Oh, that's too bad. Man. Of course, those Famicom tracks are amazing. Yeah. I'd love to try that one, Xander. Yeah, I'd like to play Bloodlines sometime. Man, we have so many good games to get to. I'm really excited. Okay, I don't know how to get to that one that's above that. I gotta be careful too, because if I hit that and I haven't killed the fish down there. Okay, so you got those platforms. Okay. Oh. Get your boing on. Boingy. Love that background. Oh, it's getting away from me. All right, let's try this again. Sonic, you gotta be decisive. Get it. There you go, buddy. Operator error. I'll get a bunch of rings, and shiny things. There we go. Playing slow. Just like Sonic. Just as Sonic intended. If Yuji Naka were to watch this playthrough, it'd be like, oh, I cannot watch this. And it goes to turn it off. Oh shit, I did that last time. Accidental jump, that'll get you. Get all the rings, sir. Please get all the rings. There we go. Keep it cool. 140 is the number to beat. Man, vicious with those bombs. They got me there. Sonic. Just one to spare. He's sitting around watching Twitch. I think I had forgotten about that aspect, actually, of his current state. It sounds familiar. This is why I leave the history to GTV Japan, and hey, he does a bang-up job of it. I'm sure there's some great writers too. I would love to get a lot of the articles and things that will get cited in, well, the documentaries and whatnot that will cite that kind of thing. I'd love to read some of that stuff. Monkey. The monkey gets me. I'm gonna hit a fish. A Texan cowboy in Castlevania. That sounds great. It looks pretty sweet. I saw a little bit of footage of it somewhat recently, and yeah, it looks fun. Rhodes is like, he won't do it. He'll say he will, but he won't do it, man. Mic is all turned down. Giving up on you guys. Yeah, I probably wouldn't play Magic the Gathering at this point, to be honest. Although I will say, if I played a card game, there's a kind of a like, I just don't do anything of that sort at this point, and haven't really, even as a kid, sadly. I was on the outs when folks, I thought the cards looked really sweet. And the kids that played Magic back when I was in middle school were also the kids that were talking Final Fantasy. There was a Final Fantasy and Limp Bizkit crossover, so that had my interest for sure. And sad to say, to those cool kids, yeah, it was kind of then the worst thing you could be, I was a poser when it came to Magic the Gathering. I didn't really do any posing, actually. It was more just like, well, thinking it was cool and asking a friend to show me their deck. Yes, right. Yeah, well, I forgot about that when I was mentioning it too, yeah. That's funny. Well, you know, it's a time when we're all learning, right? It's like it's crazy, you know. Everybody's learning, everybody's exploring. For me, it was jamming the video games hard, you know. Oh shoot. Oh man, don't want to jump there. Yeah, I see what I needed to do. You got to execute. Do not send a bomb my way. Please don't send a bomb down. Please don't send it my way. Just got the bombs curling around. Sweet. Only 38 to go. Oh shit, stay down. That's a lot of mist. And then I drop the controller when I go to... Fuck. Oh, look at that blue blur.
Let me ask you a question.
Oh, be quiet.
Nani?
Sometimes you don't beat the special stage.
What's going on, man?
What a great sound, that... Taking you out of the... special stage. Some of those sounds are just so clean. Magic the Gathering voyeur, yes, pretty much. Yeah, it was. Rhodes said, "I feel like this is a one-sided marriage." How so, Ro? It's also what marriage? Get the rings. Oh, come on, man. Never is a strong word. I'm not a. I haven't been attending a whole lot of streams these last couple of weeks. I think everybody's getting the. I was gonna say cold shoulder, but that sounds like certainly more than what's happening. The alienation. I need a checkpoint. Yeah, I would love to watch more of folk streams, and I try to when I can. These last couple of weeks have been especially crazy, so I haven't been able to even make some of the normal rounds. Yeah. Come on, rings. The Ring King. Sonic, you disappoint me. Just take that fireball. Just finish the freaking level. Well, you know what? Actually, a song or two from Bloodlines has come up on this playlist that I listen to sometimes. And I instantly hear that, you know, I mean, they even reuse some of the, like, little melodies or dip into it. But yeah, you can tell, like, this is Castlevania. It cracks me up. It's a very distinct. Konami had some rockin' soundtracks. I will kill everything in sight, okay? Do. Dun, 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 dun. Ran into it. Look at the big wheels on it too. It's funny seeing it like take the hills, or how they sort of animate that little you know how those front wheels jump. All the wheels do. That's so cute. I threw it all away. Is this, Konami Rhodes? Or rather, Dustin? Threw it all away. Look at this little guy, this platform here. If you look really closely, there's like some, it's really cool. There's like a cool effect inside that blue half dome at the bottom. There's actually these like little white pixels kind of moving out. Looks pretty sweet. We're gonna zoom in. We're gonna zoom in and do a tracking shot of the bottom of this. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do. Oh no, Tater, too many screens. You have you've got sand blindness from the sand dunes of the American Southwest. Come home. Just trying to relax. I noticed my astigmatism is getting worse recently, but I also have glasses that are fucked up, so... So there's a bit of a There's a couple things happening there, you know? Looking forward to seeing the eye doctor soon. That'll be good. I need to explore. I think I'm missing some stuff on the sides there. Look at this. So cool. I don't like these little crab guys. No, no. This background is cool. I'm just gonna say that every time we play this stage. Once in my life, those blue things didn't kill me right there. Oh. The end of the level. Oh, god dang it. Stretching the neck. There's a continue.
Now tell me what the fuck am I supposed to do?
The game has rewarded us with a continue. Come on now. There's a, okay, that's funny, Xander. Not totally. Yeah, not a total surprise. Just because I know that Castlevania already, you know, just already with it being, even just being called Dracula in the Japanese version is hilarious to me. It's already such a funny, you know, amalgamation and like all these, like, you know, classic horror movies. Very direct in its inspirations and also just coming together for this like perfect stew. Oh, shit, I was one. I'm wasting my time. I suck with these springs. Good night, Tater. We'll see you next time, man. Thanks for hanging. And, why can I do this for to save my life? What's the mechanic? I swear I can go higher than that. Like. Rest those weary eyes. God damn it. Damn you, Sonic. He's like, really? This guy sucks. Who's controlling me right now? It's a different button than I'm pressing, I guess, or it's just the release of it. Huh, okay. I, like, need to let off the button a little later than it feels I need to. With Mario physics. So to speak, I don't know. Anyway. Well, I can't go that way, huh? Now is it reset? Yeah. Exactly, yeah, it's not a Mario. It's not gonna get you very far. A lesson for all us Mario heads out there. You know, again, it's sounds obvious, but Sonic is not Mario. And that's okay. I always love that feature in these games, yeah. Fun way to just keep, you know... Oh, are we already to the end? You know, just keep kind of a live atmosphere in the game, keep the adrenaline pumping. I think that this is like... Be careful, get in there. I'm looking for checkpoints. What did I just open up? Sorry. Hit the keyboard and... Oh yeah. Oh, no worries, Rhodes. Yeah, well, let me know whenever to... no rush, and then also, like, whenever it's in the post, let me know, and we'll keep a lookout. Yeah, thanks, man. I know it's been you've had a lot going on these last couple weeks as well. Whole lot of life. Whole lot of living. What's to our left? I think extra lives. Nice. I can't play for too much longer, sadly. This was really, again, the opening salvo for us in Sonic 2. Hoping to get a little more time to game tomorrow, so starting at a little earlier time. I could use a checkpoint. Are there any checkpoints? So I think I've done the stuff to the right now. Okay. Or left, rather. Guess that was a dead end to the right. Oh, I see that one right there. I need to go through all this stuff. Might as well. Okay, I was seeing that there was a... Somewhere I was seeing a checkpoint. This is great. What a fun level, man. This is a great showpiece for this game and just Genesis in general. Like, I feel this stage is... It's a good shock to the system. I'm just trying to... I really want to take her easy, kind of see if I can find where those checkpoints were. I know it. Oh, here's one coming up.
No way! I don't believe it!
Get the... Alright, no errant jumps. We'll try to steer if we can. Oh shit. Come on, what are you doing? Mamma mia. That's a whole lot of rings. Yeah, that's not gonna get it. That's okay. All right, let's see what we can do to get out of here.
Bobby.
What can you do? I know. Sorry, Dad. Purple drag. This is just, yeah. This game is solid. It's so fun. Gotta get on top of it. Just a little early. Even just wait. I love that they even have like the glowing edges on the on these platforms and stuff, you know. Yep, right. No fun. Something to remember. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, I wasn't sure when he was going to explode. Maybe I could have started working my way over. That's funny. I've never tried to, like, pin him against the wall like that. I've never had the opportunity to pin Robotnik against the wall like that. Goodbye. Ooh, hello. Hello, goodbye. I want to stop saying hello. Yeah. So, gotta be a better way to indicate surprise. I think mostly I'm delighted, so I want to just, hello, just greet every little thing in the level, you know? Oh, what a delight. Something else here to kill me. 8 hits. I love it. Well, that'd be helpful then to count sometimes. I can see that being helpful at least. So I think I've done this zone, and I made it to Casino Zone as a kid. Is that the one after this one? I haven't played much of this zone in adulthood at all. I think because I'm often, if I'm playing this game, it's like 30 minutes at the end of the night on that little handheld or sometimes on an emulator or something. Nice. Yeah, I think I've forgotten. Well, do you start doing the, like, holding onto the thing in this, the little zip lines or whatever in this level? Some of it's kind of familiar. And I remember being at that babysitter's and making it to Casino Zone and just loving that, you know, thinking it was so fun. Yeah, I was seeing there right at the beginning, they give you one right here. Popping out. Yep, zoop. Crazy. This is some pretty sweet music here, too. Yeah. Casino's so fun. Yeah, it's fun. Like I said, I didn't get to play a lot of these, but it made a really big impression, including the music getting stuck in my head for the rest of my life with some of these games. And, it's good stuff, man.
Nani?
Why Nani? That doesn't... Come on. I've got to curate these sounds a little better.
The Game Master.
Yeah, is he the... He's the behind the music, Dustin? VH1's behind the music. Masato Nakamura. MTV Japan. VH1 Japan's behind the music. I'm gonna, let me get that URL for you guys. I just want to do my due diligence here, because I even watched it again today just because I was like, okay, we're going to be talking about this game. Although I was really busy when I was watching this, trying to make a shake at the time, doing my best. But yeah, let me get this. I'm going to get this GTV Japan documentary for you guys about Sonic Tuesday. It's really fun, and it's about the like they did basically a worldwide release of Sonic 2, although it came out a couple days earlier in Japan to hit this like 3-day holiday they were having. One second, sorry. I'm gonna have this music stuck in my head. All right, let me copy and paste this for you guys here. It's a real delight. Pretty sweet little documentary here from GTV Japan. Yeah, I like a lot of his videos. Well, pretty much all the stuff. It's fun, and often pretty well researched and really well edited. So yeah. Oh, you can tell. Yeah, those of you who are Sega, it's heavy on the nostalgia, heavy on the. There's a lot of footage too of the launch and the sorry, I was just catching on the chat. But yeah, there's a lot of like great footage of the launch and the press conference and stuff. We could watch, maybe we'll watch a little bit of that tomorrow. I feel like if I get too into the history, it's going to get ugly. But yeah, maybe we could enjoy some of the commercials or something. Watch a press release. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get up out of here. Let's see. Before I do that, is anybody streaming? Let's go here. Let's wind her down.
Parvinator.
I'm going to do a little collage for you guys as well. Let's see if anybody's streaming. Well, let's see. I think, well, tonight I'll just wrap us up. Maybe tomorrow we'll be able to get one in. Let's do that. Okay. Guys, thank you for hanging. I'm going to hit the schedule here. Oh, yeah. Great soundtracks. Yeah. No worries, Palpuck. I think I got it back with the Morricone. Yeah. No worries. It's a struggle. Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for hanging. Happy Thursday or Friday, whatever it is for you. I'm glad you guys came through. I had fun. I'm hit the schedule.
Tired.
Yeah, good night, Roats. Guys, I'll do a short little collage for you. Man, doesn't this song just kind of make you feel sleazy? Yeah. Let's do this again tomorrow, guys. I'll try to get an earlier start. Yeah, it's been fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. Have a good night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves, guys. Adios.
I hope you've all enjoyed our program this morning.
And then you expect me to be chipper for 5 straight hours. Okay, she's up.
The most advanced video game system in the universe.
Oh my God.
so I'm not surprised that the vice president's potty mouth.
Live from your grave.
It's all about the game, and how you play it.
Untimely death.
Thank you so much for playing my game.